Kill him, and out comes Nico Baby like a Kinder Egg, and he's just dead immediately as well.
Oh, disaster. That's, I don't know, there was just a bit of miscommunication. I think you just got to BKB and run there, or you infest and don't BKB. They're not done, they're just diving the base now.
Tier 2 is still up. Limitless, he even uses BKB, might find it too, but there's an Aegis on Monkey King. Kiss is coming down. Maybe Sacred is going to take a death here, but the Kiss is aiming for Pakaz, and he just full heals off the camp.
Hello? Pakaz, and yeah, Doom didn't have the mana to Doom. I don't think
did I make it in time?
Target for him since the Aegis
Did I
was
make it in
still
time?
play. And they see
Lions winning.
Top. They're like, hey, you're going to some creeps here? We'll come find you. We'll hunt you down.
And without BKB, Limitless does feel really vulnerable, and he's scouted even. Pakaz
looking pretty good. We have Doom and Razor. How can you lose with that?
Ducal is stunned up as well, and Sacred immediately going to kill off Ducal. He literally just respawns, sent back to the waiting screen. As they say in SA, when you're killed time and time again, they send you back to Facebook.
The base, meanwhile. Oh, never mind. The old tab on out.
Yeah, the old tab says go back to Facebook, is as they say. Back when Necro Ags would disable buyback, that was a hot meme.
Pakaz got this kill, by the way. Weeha in the jungle, solo kill. All right. Wow. That just finds him farming there, and it's like, okay, I'll take
Work up for this.
Alliance just look defeated here. They've just fallen apart. Any sense of kind of like they had that 5-man smoke, and then after that, it's just things aren't working.
They still have a hoof stop here. Maybe another kill on a Nico Baby. Luckily, Hand of God, as they will buy back on Weeha. Wukong's command is out. Underneath tier 4s is Pakaz. But they are going to turn back and refocus.
Yeah, it's still winnable, right? I've not analyzed the game yet. How winnable is this? I mean, we got Razor Doom, right? So that's theoretically good.
Not a full duration, though. No creeps around, no heroes, but the counter initiation again as the BKB wears off. Out comes Nico Baby a bit earlier this time, but they're on to Limitless, they're on to Wee. They've killed off both Ducalis as well. Nico Baby can't even get back into his own fountain here because he's going to be X-marked, disarmed. They're not going to let him lifesteal, but he phase boots through the enemy heroes who are taking fountain shots
we're being fountain from the 24
24
minutes.
Into the arrow from the X-mark.
This game wasn't that important, alright?
Dominating streak, and Alliance dying steps away from their fountain here in Game 1 versus Thunder.
They're just kind of getting styled on at this point, and we see the big issue. Like, their timing is these BKBs, but there's no way to force a fight with the BKBs. Every time they try and use BKBs, Thunder Awaken just back off, or Thunder Awaken baits out a bad BKB usage. Kunkka, honestly, like, yeah,
give me a smoke
against Kunkka, but Kunkka's great at basically forcing these bad BKB usages, and yeah, Alliance, no, there's just nothing they can do now.
It did really felt like it came down to that issue, right, where it was just a lack of control. Unfortunately, you know, when you end up picking a Chen, you do have to be mindful about your
we're not limited, are we?
On your mid laner and your off laner, even some stuns or lockdown on your other support, because Chen these days, you know, we rarely see him running around with 4 centaur creeps and initiating fights. He's much better suited as a follow-up, as an aura carrier. Not really played so much, at least, you know, towards the twilight days of last patch and into the early days of this patch. That's certainly been the case.
Still in it. It's not updated. It's not updated.
Kind of a rough game for them here.
Away as
I mean,
well, XXS, he will not have the same luxury. He will drop the Stormer.
Entity stomping Aster.
I suppose he finds a little bit of a win here, finding that Aegis.
Wow.
He might have just been better off fighting.
That's what your hopes at this
Secret
point.
stomping Talon. We'll tell
Where's the Mandaburn creep queue? Get rid of them all. Burn it all.
Where's the little friends? That's what I want to know.
You know,
I guess that doesn't matter in this game.
Yeah, they didn't. They set it all up. The Tusk first. They maybe they kind of forced the Ench pick because they could go Tusk Chen, which is just a nasty combo with Penitence and tag team.
Everyone is laughing at them.
Around that item is Matthew with a nice
but maybe they can get, you know, leave with
but
a
the
boom.
Arrow is
Look at that, look at that.
Do you have any advice for a fellow math student? I'd love to hear your intellectual take.
Give him a little, I like Matthew, he tips him around like nice arrow, and then his teammate tips
just
Matthew
use
like,
a calculator, you dumbass.
Yeah, it's his laning partner for sure.
Like, you know, computers can do advanced mathematics. Like, you're not needed anymore. Why would you major in math?
But the other, impactful thing that happened is, so Thunder Awakened, they were doing the thing, you know, running at the mid tower, scouting ward. They know there's a high ground.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
Guess
So Weah has ranked
where
19.
it is, so they kind of
So while Alliance is playing like garbage, they have a ranked 19 player
So
rank
down
40,
smoke that
45. These guys are elite players.
Yeah,
Like they're
but
giga
for being
chads.
on loan from Brame, still has the Brame.
Nico Baby's
tag,
unknown.
it's called this team Brame, but
They're
Alliance
they're
is
top of the top, and they play like garbage. How is that possible?
Predators turn to ban.
You can crap on. You cannot deny the
That's
numbers.
about as good as it gets. So
How are they this high rank?
the Robe of the Magi starting item.
Still
so
get laughed
that's
at.
a nice little chunk of extra. So more damage, more spells to cast, and he's just gonna be spamming.
That's
musical lanes are being
shocking.
played here by the cores of Alliance.
Yeah.
This time though, they're not jungling straight away. They're just gonna go and show the lane. Ducalis could use the help immediately as Sacred is looking to bully him a bit, but with Arctic Burn, he can outmaneuver here, buy plenty of time. Top lane as well. Desire able to keep his distance, arrow the range creep, and even give the experience to Limitless. So very, very nice adjustment.
So what do we got now? We got Doom. Doom is like the easiest here in Dota. If you're a noob, just pick Doom.
CK Mirana kill threat against the Razor just means that
it's the easiest here. You just Doom and you win.
Destroy his lane
in this
with
game,
that static link. And
it's
also
not
playing
great
the
Doom
offlane
targets,
Razor, it's harder
actually.
to get those static links when you're playing near the enemy tower. There's
Like
just
it
less room
depends.
to
If you
chase
Doom
down the
Racer
lane,
before he
so,
does anything, of
that
course
should
it's
go
good.
well
Same
for
with
him
Ember, but it's
as
hard
well.
to make that happen.
And just to kind of bring up the Panda Boot pain train, he finds literally just one creep on screen currently. Marana body blocks the camp, arrows the tomato. He's going to use the potato to pull, but it's not going to be a full pull anyway, and Desire's going to interrupt it. So nice job here with the creep. Equilibrium as there's a 2-second stun.
Nice.
Since Alliance picked Doom, surely we will win
good
right.
Body blocks here is going to be able to make it out alive. Leap charges. I thought maybe Desire would have made a play for it, but he's going to be patient. Another opportunity will shortly present itself.
Yeah, I think maybe a bit of inexperience in the Chen, because I feel like a lot of Chen players, they go on Pakaz again.
And that time,
2 seconds stun and they get the kill.
Very easy, right? The
Yeah.
opportunity, literally only the cooldown of arrow. Good patience there by, again, almost said Brame, but by Alliance's top lane as they will collect the kill.
Nice.
He has having a rough mid lane. He's getting zoned. He got first blood gold. This rogue, he's going to be like regretting
Oh
this
my
so
god,
hard.
how does a
His bottle came
cop
out
with
kinda
first
late.
blood gold
He may not even
lose?
get to refill his bottle because Ember can go
Against an
Ember
Ember.
can force him to pick up this rune, so he's not going to get the bottle refill, and
What's going on with Weeha?
it's just destroying him mid somehow.
Again, it is. You know, I always used to say this about Dark Mago, even when he gets kind of counterpicked.
Now, they did buff
when
Ember a
you're
little bit,
one or
but it
two
should not
or
impact
three
the lane
hero
that much.
specialist as he used to be. You better know your matchups, and two, you're bound to have played into some counter lanes as well at some stage, right? If you just blind pick Ember first phase in your pubs every game, you're bound to play against a couple of Huskars.
Yeah, the big thing with Ember is if you like Sleight of Fist dodging Shadow Strike is like such a big way to, quop waste mana. You get some harassing, you dodge the spell. It's very hard to do, but if you manage to get that
What
off,
is he doing?
there we go.
Let's
Not that
go
hard, he says.
Alliance.
That makes all the difference in this lane.
Very skill dependent one, and it does
So
feel
you know,
like
if
this
you
sort
play
of
against this
skill
hero, what's the other?
dependent,
There's another hero.
matchup in the mid lane, of course, not having the cooldowns on the second one, but he does have the flame
You need
guard
to be
up.
close
And with the
and
flame guard,
bait
even
it.
returning
You're
some
going to
damage
full
on the
range.
show a little
No
blink up to the
Shark
high
Can
ground,
lives
Skipper being
outside the
leveled.
SEA,
Flame
but
guard
Drin
still
lives
persists
on.
here, so
Drin
Dark Mago
Kabam.
not really taking a whole lot of damage. Another one reapplied though, because he did use Slight, and now we seems to have found the upper hand in this mid lane here. Nice recovery here for him.
Okay. He's spamming it so he doesn't have a Q cooldown or W
Charges
cooldown.
off. He Sleight of Fist dodges a Shadow Strike tick to keep his bottle charge going. That was actually super safe. Because like it's annoying to bottle during Shadow Strike because you're not going to get the full regen, but with Sleight of Fist, he actually got the full regen.
Real impressive stuff. But as I was saying, I think these kind of differences in the mid lane where you've got some very skilled players playing in certain matchups, it's going to make a bigger difference these days with the removal of the side camps. I saw a couple people on Twitter talking about, the King, Sumail, he's going to be, all over these kinds of changes. Stuff like that, I think, it does make the mid lane a bit more punishing, even if there is still loads of regen in the mid lane.
That hasn't changed too much. Ooh, killed down bottom. Nico baby.
Nice,
One
give him a
for
clap.
Alliances. I believe he had the help of the Winter Wyvern there, but that's a kill in enemy core.
Yeah, and I actually think this is a very favorable lane for Nico Baby. He can kind of just stand by at Scorched Earth doing the majority of the damage here, as he's going to devour a creep, but if you have it auto-casted, you don't actually take the ability, so he doesn't really want the ensnare, I suppose.
I feel like you may as well take something.
Yeah.
Something's better than nothing, right? You don't have to use it, but
Stop. Nice Splinter Blast, though. Matthew's going to evade death here, maybe even looking to turn, but has no spells. Can only offer the right click. The Sacred is being burned alive here. Nico Baby turning. Ducalis lacks the damage, though, mostly the mana
Good.
for the kill secure. Nice trades
If
here.
they get something last
Alliance.
game, they'll be a laughing stock.
Top lane.
They're not
going
yet.
again, and an arrow onto Pakaz.
Look at this.
As Alliance doing
They're good
very
players.
well in the
They're
late
good.
stage. Limitless and Desire able to find their second kill in this top lane. And mid even, where Dark Mago is ticking down.
Now we're talking.
Looking for the kill. Sleight of fist dodge. That's not going to be nearly enough. Kills in all 3 lanes against all 3 cores. And even the support down bottom, it doesn't stop.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Nico Baby
Doubters?
gets another one down. That was a 1-for-1 support trade, but I think Alliance are going to be feeling pretty good about how this game is going. Doesn't have any runes for 20 seconds, so yeah, who's getting the bottle refill? It's almost good that they lost their support, because now he gets a free bottle refill.
Oh,
and he will get
yes.
to contest that 6-minute rune.
Yep, very true.
Oh, yeah,
As
boy.
you say, spawning in now. Looks like Matthew as well will make the rotation mid lane. Dark Mago, maybe this is the experience changes, probably more having to do with the solo kill. Does not have level 6, so he can't do the Remnant trick to secure basically both rune spots, so he really needs both supports, which are now here. Panda's rotated from the top lane. He's going to scout the rune there with an Arcane. And I would really like to have level 6 here. There's a Sonic Wave ready for Wii. Just doesn't have the mana. 4 wand charges.
Oh!
Will kill enough. In fact, they don't even need it for the kill. Nico maybe, by the way,
Just
gets a
end
soul from the
it.
bottom on the
End
Sacred.
this.
Well, it's going to be
Are
Wii
we
who is
what
ticking
the
down
fuck?
to Cookie. Not enough magic damage here. Wee's going to
Oh,
live,
nice.
and it's 3 dead heroes across the map for Thunder. But
Surely Alliance is not going
okay,
to throw a
he can
game
go
like
that
this.
top
Oh,
Like, you would be
Thunder's
worried
got
if they're
way
playing
too-
against
they
a
were
ranked
trying
1
to
team.
leave
This
the
is
rune there for the
Thunder
Ember.
Awakens.
Remnant's top, but Mirana made the rotation. Mirana kind of rotated
More like
much
garbage
later than Chen did.
Awakens.
Chen was just camping the rune and hits the arrow on Ember as he's going Remnants in for that top rune, getting the kill and securing the rune for Wii, who gets the Arcane rune. That was just such a big arrow. Like, that just swung the game.
Can you
so
lower the
heavily in
volume of
Alliance
these
favor.
cringe
Big play, big
casters?
play. No,
Why
I've
are
just
they
looked it up by the-
cringe?
there's
The
incredible
fact that you
players
call
out
these guys cringe
Panda
or
is a
use
bit
the
of a
word
chess
cringe
player. Last time he played
probably
was
means
6
that you
months
are
ago,
cringe.
BCS Pro Series. Before that, back in 2020, so when he was on Omega. So it has been some
Yeah.
time. It has been some time.
Yeah, I think where I noticed it from the sides, like, he had the Holy
Surely.
Persuasion level 1, but there's no creeps. A lot of Chen players, like, especially if they know their camps getting blocked, they'll just get Penitence level 1 because it's better for trading. So I think just small things like that made the lane a lot harder than it needs to be.
Okay, he's got the Ghost applied, a little bit of heals as well for Pakaz out from the Wand, and the Ghost actually making a little bit of a difference there with the attack speed slow. One of the better neutrals you can get as far as its harassment. But it's going to be up to now Dark Mago to try and recover this. A very strong
I
lead
think
in
this,
the
if
early
you want
game,
to
so
get
much so
spammed
that
in
we
chat, just
commented
type, I
on
think
it
this chat is
regarding
cringe.
The matchup, he was very skilled there on the sleight
Chat
of fist
loves to
dodges,
copy
but
paste
now
that for some reason.
position where it feels like Wii is one out a little bit on the mid lane. Laning stage kind of drawing to a close here. We'll see which mid laner would like to make a rotation first. This is actually Sacred who's closer towards mid, but that's just an easy kill to
Nice.
Pakaz.
Look at this.
It's a little bit lower
Look
on the
at this.
HP,
The
but even
potential. They have
Sacred
the
is not
players,
safe
guys.
here. Wii is going to commit the Sonic Wave as the ward scouts him out here. Trying to farm and recover. Does not want to lane versus Nico Baby. Instead, it dies in the jungle to the Sonic Wave of Wii.
But if anything goes wrong, they just collapse.
And experience mid lane for the
It's
Wyvern.
a shame.
Weeha does come back, but
I think Alliance
great moves,
is
some
the
good
best
vision
team in
there.
the
They're
world.
gonna maybe find that
They
ward.
like
but
S
it's
for
already kinda
leadership.
served its purpose. It's Centaur now
I
with
mean, you
3
write
deaths.
that as
Sacred
if you don't remember.
struggling to
S
find
for
a
was
place
in
to farm
Alliance,
after having a rough laning stage.
and they were garbage.
Yeah, really shut out of this lane. He's up to level
He
6.
was in Alliance
As Nico Baby
for a long
this
period of time.
has now
They
finally
were
been hurricane
garbage.
creep. I think perhaps he had that toggled on for a while.
Yes,
and,
they
top
qualified
lane,
to
very
majors.
easy kill, going on a warding mission, trying to collect some creeps.
And they got
perhaps,
last
but,
at
Alliance
majors.
Keen to defend their jungle and make sure that they've got space to
There's
farm
just
for
two
Limitless,
different layers
as
of
well as
garbage.
Nico Baby. And I don't know. Let me take a look at this Limitless build here. It's going armlet treads, very normal here, even on offlane CKs. But I do wonder if Alliance are considering shifting win conditions over from Nico Baby onto the CK. I think this is pretty
It
normal.
wasn't
when
Asmo's
you do
fault,
have a
of course.
Doom in the
It
safe lane
was.
anyway. But I
Yeah.
do
Not
wonder
gonna
what
name
the
any
adaptation
names.
is going to be. Arrow, by the way, they go fishing and they find Dark Mago in the tree.
But it
Sleight
was
of
your
fist with the
fault,
remnants.
chat,
Not
for not
enough,
giving
though,
enough energy.
as that is still an easy kill for Desire. Nice job there on the arrow.
Desire's Mirana has been very impressive.
Top, TPing away is
Alright,
Limitless.
just TP out.
They just don't have the physical
Out of
damage. Only 12 damage there, sapped on the level 1 static link. It's 3 points in Plasma Field for Pakaz, as that arrow from Desire is going to be body blocked by the Stormcrafter.
They're defending this tower here. They rotate a lot of
At least they
Thunder
were
heroes
winning
up
games,
here.
so that's
Meanwhile,
four.
bottom, Weeha's looking for this kill on Sacred. He's going to Stampede, but Okay, nice pump fake on the Doom. That kind of baited the Stampede.
Oh no, actually one rotation canceled. It looked like I swear I saw 2 TPs coming in. The Doom was actually still going to end up hitting Sacred. He did not get off.
Are they trolling with the lines?
Put it to a crawl now. Infernal Blade only level 1, but it seems like with the Scorched Earth,
don't let him deny.
Fairly easy kill unless Dark Mago can deny him, and he cannot.
Nice.
Maybe he secures it. They actually still have vision
Dark
here.
Mago may be in trouble here.
Yeah, that ward still giving Wheat the confidence to jump up. Dark Mago cliffs himself, but is eventually going to be able to get into the river for the Haystern. They get another kill, by the way, top lane in the meantime onto the Chen. It's 1-15. They've completely turned the tables here, have Alliance, since game 1.
Just constant. It feels like every minute there's just like, whoa.
There's no mana, though, on the
A
Quap.
bit early on the arrow, but they still have it.
Yeah, they do. Just enough mana, really, is all they needed for the Shadow Strike, and it's a kill for Weehaw. Very nice
115.
done.
Why did they have to lose the first game, man?
4 gods.
Oh,
He
it
can't
doesn't
even call to
matter.
his own god with Hand of God.
They're stomping, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Give me some
This
F.
has been a really rough laning stage in early game. The lane swap from Alliance, like, just set up their lanes for success. Like, Razor playing in the off lane, like, into a CK Mirana lane. That's just brutal, and it was a really rough time for Pakaz. I think, if anything, you look back, if you're Thunder Awakening, you think maybe we should have narrowed those lane swaps to make sure that we got the lanes we wanted, ideally.
And not that Weehaw wanted, that Thunder wanted. I think we got the lanes he wanted as Sacred, and he's not in the lane he wants to be in anymore. The arrow, though, is going to catch him from Desire. Limitless is going to pull him right back into the stun as well. Host Stomp at least buys him a couple of extra seconds. Is now Pakaz on the way on in.
Hello, hit him.
Still alive. Will not tick down to the urn. Lives on 30 HP here. It's a full, I think that's a full static link, but it's only level 1 still, so it's 34 damage. And now Pakaz, surrounded by 4 enemy heroes, is basically drawn and quartered. Kill goes to Wee. Dark Mago showing up, but he only has Blightstone and Phase Boost.
Oh!
I'm not really sure what he can offer
almost
here.
lands.
Just dodge the arrow, but again, Thunder go on in and get nothing to show for it. In fact, I don't think Alliance are backing up at all. Sonic Wave only connects on a Matthew. Might secure the kill onto Dark Mago, who instead of Remnants away, they still easily have the kill onto Matthew, though, with the damage over time. Another short arrow here on
Alliance
Dark
is
Mago.
beautiful.
Absolutely
Absolutely
at least
beautiful.
Finally, one for him onto Desire, but Wee picks him up, trades him away immediately. Pakaz is back. Perhaps Alliance diving a bit too far as they've lost now 2 heroes. Tripling Thunder's kills here, but it's only 2 supports. Wee still makes it out alive, and Thunder still more or less left empty-handed.
Yeah, you're chasing ghosts if you're trying to kill Wee here, and I think that's the issue. That was where Alliance gave up some kills. The support's trying to back up Wee, but they don't have the same kind of mobilities he doesn't. He's looking to turn. He wants to go back in. Moonlight Shadow. There's a Sentry Ward, though, and his Blink's on cooldown. We can't afford to die here.
And it looks like he might take a death. Indeed, he will.
But at what cost?
Kill at 600, 700 gold.
Kill your friends.
Curse from Ducalis, however, is going to condemn Sacred and Limitless, showing up to fight as well. Punching straight through Pakaz Razor, who has the Ivory Stone active, living a mile longer. Kisses as well, assisting now Dark Mago, who's able to at least die for Desire. So get through Limitless here.
CK turned his armlet off in the fire.
Just turned his armlet off in lava.
Dark Mago is going to
end up literally burning and is in lava, and it turns his armor off.
By the Doom, and Nico Baby showing up big time here to turn this one around. Still, though, a Death Home Limitless, as you say, is the first core, second core Pardon to drop in that fight alone, because we also ends up taking a death.
Matthew just found a nice place in the river just to throw some kisses in. Unfortunately for CK Limitless, he toggled off his armlet and just died to the damage over time from the fire. There wasn't any more kisses coming in, but that was a bit painful for him. But it is still Alliance with a pretty sizable lead here.
Can they flame? They're so scared of flaming, retarded place. It's sad.
Sacred, once again, continuing to show. He had both his supports up there as well.
They're so scared of flaming new shit place.
Very comfortably in the bottom lane. I think Thunder realizing, okay, if we can
some Redditors get angry.
just giving them, trickling, giving them some
well, you can't your low rank.
We'll be able to kind of pop off a little bit more with the Razor. He can farm if he's left to his own devices with max plasma.
That Nico is one of the best players in the world, in my opinion, but that play was god awful.
It's just that Alliance
terrible.
So effectively here, and the map pressure has been on point. At least now, maybe with some cooldowns for Alliance, Thunder can look to gather up a couple of items here for themselves.
I don't think they want to get into this game where they keep getting picked off. If anything, when these fights start breaking out, like you say,
it's not Nico. Oh, Nico's the Doom.
Kind of
oh, now that makes more sense. I was like, wait, that seems very unlikely that Nico to do that.
Farmer or big carry to fall
it's limitless.
Maybe you farm with
I guess there's a limit.
I think you just want to
to
bring
his
as many
place.
as possible and take
How much of this is because Alliance is playing without pressure of getting eliminated?
But in the trees, ready to break smoke. There he goes with the wards down. Ducalis, Arctic Burn, which is curse both available.
Alliance doesn't fall to their pressure.
Still dying though, but the arrow now into TPs are coming. Desire's here. Nico Baby's here. Doom ready in 30 seconds. Dark Mago diving underneath.
Nico Baby's coming.
Onto Ducalis as they've already lost the Chen.
Armor Toggle?
Anyway, because he's only level 5, but a big Sonic Wave from Wii. And that's a triple kill double for him. Pardon. Matthew attempting to TP away. Cancelled by the arrow of Desire. Dark Mago on the run, but slowed by the Witchblade and the dagger of Queen of Pain. Will manage to TP away, but it is almost a full wipe in favor of Alliance. All they lose is Limitless.
Yeah, just huge Sonic Wave. You know, they don't start the fight off with the... I mean, it's a good curse because it keeps the Wyvern alive, and I think you mentioned, like, his positioning in those trees, it's just like the perfect place where he can bait a couple of spells and then just fly back to the safety of his tier 2 tower. Plus, playing under the tier 2 tower means he's getting that extra armor and just getting that bit of extra buff there that keeps him alive as well.
Alliance ending with a win.
Really good fight.
Feels strong, man.
For Alliance, and you know, they especially fighting around like your objectives. It's so easy to TP everybody in like that.
Yep, definitely very much playing kind of into what is usually Thunder's strength. Their early aggression, I think a lot of teams don't make a move that aggressive, bringing 5 heroes, including the carry, of course, into a dive, essentially, near an outpost is quite the risky move, and Pakaz receives the Hand of God buff, but he is still super dead. Panda also...
Are they winning, though?
Here.
There's no Alliance to throw a game with 10k ahead, like that's just not possible.
I'll have that one myself, please. We now closing the gap, and Panda is going to die. Dark Mago doing what he can here, but Curse, BKB popped by Nico Baby, but he's got Doom at the ready, dispelling the Flame Guard. Arrow's going to swing wide a bit here, as Wii does blink in aggressively, but I don't believe they have the damage to get through him. Sonic Wave even ready again, as Matthew is going to perish to that. Dark Mago
There's
still
no bar
alive,
above
Doom is
muted and Doom anymore?
Wii with an ultra kill for the second time this series, but this time in a winning game. As Sacred, the last to go, they're going to heal up Wii.
Give it to him.
Give him the rampage?
Oh my
Absolutely
god.
Not. Don't forget, Nico Baby's the carry. He gets everything.
Under attack.
Yeah, Wyvern's like, hold on, I'm cold embracing you, we can't have this. Nico Baby, he's the team CEO. He gets first grabs of any of these kills.
Absolutely.
Another great turnaround and really good fight there. I mean, it starts with the freebie killing the Razor, and Thunder it's the gold deficit more than anything. Like, Razor doesn't have a BKB there, and then they kind of trickle in one by one. Like Chen for his Hand of God and Mech just to try save the Razor there when he was probably dead no matter what you did. As a result, then Chen doesn't have those spells. He dies next, and
feels good watching Alliance win at
trying to
least.
force that fight with a numbers disadvantage. It was just a really tough spot to be in for Thunder.
That means
Absolutely.
they're...
I have to really commend Nico Baby here on this game. He's showing up great. You know, shows up to that fight with BKB Doom
like
at the ready.
220 or something?
There's no curse for 10 more seconds. Yeah, okay. He was just baiting out some reactions. Does break a smoke. Flashy.
Meanwhile, top Marana just gets away from like 2 or 3 heroes.
Arrow all out.
Chucks an arrow.
Almost collected Matthew there, but it'll just whiff. And now Alliance are going to find themselves being ran at by the smoke play of Thunder. Still only 2 points here, by the way, guys, in the static link, as he's going to hit the third into Storm Surge. Okay. Onto Limitless they will go. Arrow, though, is very useful for the setup stun onto Sacred.
Nice.
He's going to perish, but they get Limitless as a result. Cases as well here onto Desire, but the curse to save him. Eye of the Storm, not enough damage. Nico Baby ready to counter-initiate that with the Hoof Stomp. They have all the Hoof Stomp with their own Sensor Conqueror in a second, but Nico Baby BKB is going to be able to ignore it as Pakaz getting kited around this fight by the Force Staff of Ducalis.
Got him, here he comes.
Underneath the tier 2 tower, nothing Panda can do.
Oh no, he's on an alligator, guys.
Just a second, dodges
so,
the arrow, but is going
you see how
to
slowly he moves?
Nico Baby, who even stops to Midas before he will swing wide and hit onto Panda.
Yep. Just again, similar story to the last fights where for Thunder Awaken, they can get a kill or two. Usually it's just the supports. This time around they actually kill a core in the CK, but it requires them to use too much. Because they're under farm, they're under leveled, they had to throw absolutely everything on this CK, and in the process, like, they got arrowed, CK got off his ultimate and spells. It's only the kisses coming in that really secured the kill, but then Alliance is like, great, you used everything on one here, we'll take this fight. Yep. That's perfect for us. It's a pretty easy cleanup after,
15K lead.
On cooldown.
Yeah, and they're doing it. I mean, Thunder, they're focusing on Limitless, who I expect is going to end up being the win condition in this game for Alliance. Nico Baby's playing a fantastic game, don't get me wrong. I just don't think the Doom is, that kind of win condition. The win condition for Doom is Doom the Emperor, right, essentially. But you can kind of do that from any role, whereas doing the damage, I feel like at some stage is going to come to rely on for Limitless.
From the
Almost
back
has a hard
line,
out line.
Limitless,
Bang.
bang. Here's Doom as well, bang.
Pretty decent Scatterblast there, but to no avail. 2 heroes dead already. Because
ult him,
BKB
push him away.
doesn't want this kill on Limitless. He's going to have to wait for it, though.
Oh, beautiful.
Also catches Nico Baby. Good stun here onto Because as the BKB wears
Just call it.
Mago has
I think they're going to call it. They
call
call it.
Remaining 3 kills for Nico Baby, and Thunder are going to call it. 8-39, a complete reversal from game number 1. Yes. Alliance will be able to exit ESL 1 Malaysia.
Are they still in it now? Because they won?
Yeah, 2 very quick games, 2 very one-sided games. 39 kills in 20 minutes. Alliance brought the heat. This is, as far as ways to go out of tournament, at least they can have some smiles and probably laughs to each other. It's not going to feel great being knocked out like this, but I think you got to take the small wins you can get, and a complete stomp of a game 2 here. It's got to at least give Alliance some confidence that they're on the right track when it comes to getting themselves ready for those looming TI qualifiers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in this
that's
kind
the
of game,
biggest copium take I've ever heard.
The game essentially over at this stage, I think, especially after this fight for Thunder. You show with Razor BKB and you get chopped through like it's nothing anyway.
They're like 220.
Any better for you down the line. But Alliance playing this draft.
Hey, they won a game.
Very well. I have to really admire Nico Baby shifting, dominating his lane, by the way. Pretty much solo versus Sacred. I think 2 solo kills essentially onto this Centaur. And always being there in the right opportunity for those fights. Very